Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Madison C. Iowa channel. Today we are canning water for storage. I have already washed my jars in hot soapy water, rinsed them, put them in my water bath canner full of water, and boiled them for 10 minutes. And now we're going to get started with the rest. So I'm going to do a total of 6 jars today for demonstration purposes. When I normally can water, I like to do a whole case. I do have canned water tucked clear under the bed. Of course, I need more because I don't have enough to where I feel very secure yet. My canner holds 7 jars. I'm doing 6 because I might be doing a big canning project and need what I have on hand at the moment. And so we're just going to see how that plays out. My apples are ready. I have my rings and lids in hot water on. So this is what we're going to do. Let me move some things around here. We're going to take a jar and I'm going to fill it with tap water. I'm going to fill it to 1 inch headspace. One-inch headspace, what that means is this very bottom thick ring. That's 1 inch headspace, and that's where you want your water level to be. So right there. And because this is a habit of mine, I always go over the rim with a paper towel. Now you don't have to. This is just my habit. A little OCD issue here. This is not something that you have to do. It's just water. But why try to break a good habit? So I have my hot flat on, and we're just going to seal it. Like you would seal any other type of canning jar or any other food that you're putting in here. And it's going to go in the water bath canner. I will come back when I have the rest done. Actually, I'll just do one more for you. Let me move this out of the way. Running the water. And this is cool water. I let my pot cool off inside so I don't crack my jars when I put a cold jar in there. I hate it when that happens. Ouch. So here's my jar. 1 inch headspace. Just gonna go around the rim. You don't have to with just water. It's just my habit. Hot ring and hot flat and ring. And tighten it on there. Now remember, when you're canning, you don't manhandle the tightness of these jars. You want it to feel where it like just stops, lightly stops, and then give it like just a little, like 1/4 inch or so till it just like starts to feel tight, like a good place. That's kind of the best I can describe it. Let me finish the rest up and we'll be back. Now I'm just getting my jars of water in my canner. If you have one of those water filters, by all means, use it. You know, I have done that. I've used regular tap water. It's all good. The point is you want something drinkable, and this is going to give you sterile water. And that's important too. Hopefully this won't overflow. Nope. I did good. Let's get the lid on. And we're gonna boil this for 20 minutes. Now when I say boil this for 20 minutes, I want to be clear. You bring the water back to a rolling boil and then start your timer for 20 minutes. Okay. My jars of water have boiled for 20 minutes. And we're just gonna lift them out carefully and put them on a towel. Let me get all the rest of those out. Now I've just taken out all my water. The water is still boiling inside. There's two more things I want to discuss with you about canning your own water. One is this is sterile water. You can drink it, and it's good to have around in case of an injury, especially in times of trouble. This is excellent for cleaning wounds. So if you do prep and you live in a household with anybody that's elderly, any little children, anybody that has a compromised immune system, anybody that has an autoimmune disorder disease, you're going to want to have sterile water on hand. At least I do. I do have blood sugar issues that I am almost over, I believe. I'm off all my medication. But that doesn't mean that I want to be careless when it comes to my wounds if I fall and, you know, there's a broken skin. So this is why I can water. It's perfectly drinkable. It's perfectly safe. I do not have to worry about filtering water until I run out of, you know, my home canned water. I don't have to worry about going out to try to find a store that still has water. I have it safely tucked away. And honestly, I really don't have to worry about rotating this very often. I store my water in a thick cardboard box, like a corrugated cardboard box that has a lid, and I tape it shut. And I store it in the coolest place in my house. Light destroys canned things. I don't really know if it would destroy my water, but it's water, and I'm not taking any chances, and that's how I store my water. That's all I can say. The other thing I wanted to mention real quick is there is two methods to canning water. I showed you the first method, which was washing the jars, boiling them first for 10 minutes, filling the jars, and then boiling the water in the jars for 20 minutes. There is a shorter way, and I've done it. I don't always do it. It depends on how my little germ paranoia thing is working that day. But the second method is, and this is, you can find this information anywhere online that has canning information. When you water bath can, if you're canning anything, any product in a jar where you will be putting it in a boiling water bath canner for over 10 minutes, you do not have to pre-boil the jars to sanitize them. I know a lot of people can that way. I am old school, so I do it the old-fashioned way, where I boil my jars first. But for jams and jellies, because you only will boil water bath can those for 5 or 10 minutes, you must pre-sterilize the jars in a boiling water bath canner for 10 minutes. If you're doing pickles or tomatoes, things like that that are going to boil longer than 10 minutes, then you do not have to pre-sterilize your jars. When I choose to can water and not pre-sterilize the jars, I will admit I boil the water in the jars for 30 minutes. Not just 20, but 30. It's just me. You don't have to. It's just me. I admit this. So that's all I wanted to cover with you today. My canned water. It is perfectly crystal clear. Looking beautiful. Very pretty. Just as clear as when it came out of the faucet. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move. There we go. Kind of in a bad light and bad angle, but it's pretty. It's clear. And this is what works for me. I hope you found this helpful. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.